And Justin present.
Okay, I'm present. Couldn't get off mute.
Okay.
Hey, Angelia and Vince. This is Gretchen. So Abiola is actually going to be taking over presenting and running these meetings for you guys. We didn't realize her computer did not have WebEx yet, so we will be working on that. So I will be alongside her today. So you'll kind of maybe hear me in the background if anything, but Abiola is going to run meeting for you guys today. Angelia, you do only have two. I think this is a meeting where Justin actually cannot attend.
Wasn't able,
So just that was my bad. I told her to send the one for three on accident. So your script's a little different.
Okay, I'll improvise.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give this back to Abiola.
Okay, are you all ready to start then? Yes, are you ready? Okay. I would like to call the meeting of the St. Louis County Board of Zoning Adjustment to order. The board members present today are Angelia Bills, Chair, and Angelia Bills, Chair, and Vincent Nutt, Member. The Department of Planning staff members are Debbie Nesbitt, Abby Freudel, Abiola Adesanya, and Gretchen Arnold. Also on the call today is John Burford from the County Counselor's Office. First, I'd like to offer into the record the affidavit of publication pertaining to today's meeting, May 15, 2024. The board hereby takes official notice of, and admits into evidence on the record the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance, Chapter 1003, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended, and Chapter 1004, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended. Next, I'd like to call for a motion to approve the minutes of the previous BZA meeting of May 1st, 2024.
I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, and I second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes. This meeting is conducted as a teleconference and is recorded. The planning staff will read each request into the record and present technical advice to the board if needed. The petitioner will be unmuted, state their name, and make a brief presentation to the board explaining the reason and hardship for the requested variance. The board will not consider financial hardships. Board members may ask questions to clarify the facts. When the board is satisfied with the material presented, the chairperson will then ask if there is anyone in favor or opposition to the request. To do so, click the hand next to your name. If any comments were submitted, staff will read them into the record. Before a call for the vote, the petitioner may request a continuance in order to bring in additional documentation. The board may also request a continuance to gather additional information or for a visit to the site. Once comments have been heard, the chairperson will then call for a vote. At that time, the discussion is ended. No further discussion is permitted. The board will generally make a decision today. If a variance is approved, the petitioner has 6 months to obtain the necessary permits or establish the use requested, or the variance will expire. I also need to add that we only have 2 board members on the call today. So if the vote is split, you'll have to wait till the next meeting in order to have the final vote and decision. If a variance is approved, the petitioner has 6 months to obtain the necessary permits or establish the use requested, or the variance will expire. The petitioner or any interested party has the right of appeal to the St. Louis County Circuit Court. The paperwork indicating the board's decision will be mailed to the petitioners.
(43-24) Jeff reports is a request for an exception to the rear yard regulations for the purpose of replacing, repairing an existing deck at 9926 Tesson Creek Estate Drive, maintaining a rear yard of 10 feet in lieu of 15 feet as required by the R4 Residence District regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance and PEU Ordinance 14,705.
Is Mr. Potts here? Is there anyone present for this case?
Yes, we have Colin Yuzatsu and Braddon Jacobson. So I'm going to request for them to unmute.
Okay.
I'm here. Brandon
Okay.
Jacobson.
Wonderful. Please state your case.
Yes, so we have a the property is kind of at an angular shape, but there's a 10-foot easement from the back property line, and then also a 5-foot setback beyond that. So what the issue is that we're looking to replace the deck, or actually the deck is just being installed on that into the easement, or excuse me, into the setback, but not into the easement. So as you can see on the picture here, right, the red line is the start of the easement, and it's kind of hard to see the setback, but there's the black dashed line that runs just the deck kind of run. There it is. Yep. So you can kind of see it there where the steps start. That is the setback line. So we don't actually, we're right on the edge of the easement, but we're in the setback.
Okay.
What is driving the size of the deck?
Say that again.
What is driving the size of the deck?
The size of the deck is 15 feet out, 18 feet wide.
And I'm asking, what is there a reason it needs to be that wide?
It's just it makes it a much more usable space. Being if we have to shorten that up, one side is much shorter than the other, then we have to build the deck at an angle if we're trying to stay outside of that setback. Because of the shape of the property. I don't know if you saw that in that previous plot plan or survey plan picture. The property's kind of at a weird angle based on the way the house sits. So if we want to build a deck, we have to build almost like a trapezoidal shaped deck almost to stay outside of that. So I think that being able to build more of a square deck, that's the reason why we'd be in that setback.
And will it extend past what the photo is showing here?
No. It would, yes, it would. So the photo that's showing here, the piers would be on the other side of this retaining wall.
Okay.
No further questions.
Okay. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I do not see anybody on the
Okay.
call, but we have Braddon Jacobson
Mhm.
in relation to this petition. So
Okay.
I'm obviously in favor. And the
Right.
calling
Okay.
user-
Well. Okay.
no, Braddon, I've requested that you unmute. So
I'm unmuted.
yep.
Okay. Yeah, so the call-in user, Jeff, he is here. He's actually the homeowner. I'm the contractor with him on that. So we're both here. Obviously, I'm in favor for it. I don't know if you're asking me that question. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. And Jeff, I think, Jeff, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in favor and appreciate your help.
Sure. Is there anything you would like to add?
The old deck that the prior homeowner built was just 10 feet, and it was totally dilapidated, and we couldn't even put a table out there. But then we found out upon further inspection that it was ready to be torn down, and that's why with a 10-foot wide deck, it's really unusable. And we were hoping to get a wider deck so we could at least put a table out there. I don't know why they built such a small deck 32 years ago, but it was in such poor shape. That's why we were hoping to get the 15-foot, so at least we could put a table out there with 4 chairs.
Okay. Okay. Well, I believe that we're ready to take our vote.
So yeah, I'll mute the petitioner and anybody else. Tell her that everybody's muted.
So everybody is muted at this point.
Okay. 43-24, I vote to approve the variance as advertised and the hardship being the odd shape of the lot.
Second that motion.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. None opposed. The motion carries.
44-24 Duncan is a request for an exception to the front yard regulations for the purpose of constructing a roof over an existing front porch at 2680 Queen Bee Lane, maintaining a front yard of 14 feet in lieu of 20 feet as required by the R3 Residence District regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance and PEU Ordinance 21,638. So I'm gonna request that Brian unmute himself to present his case.
Are you unmuted? Please state your case.
Brian, you have to unmute yourself. Okay, maybe I should have it. Or Duncan, you can unmute yourself too. I've requested that you unmute yourself so you present your case.
I'm here.
Okay. Please state your name and present your case.
This is Dan Kern. I'm the homeowner, and we're just trying to add a roof to our existing front porch. It's a concrete slab that's like, I think it's 9 foot in front of the house, and then it's like 24 foot the length of the house. And yeah, in that picture there, it's so I guess that would be like the northeast corner is where it approaches the less than 20 feet for the variance. And basically, we just want a roof over this house, just like everyone else has, over the front porch. This originally was a display home in 1998, and I think they just didn't put it on there because of, I don't know, whatever events they would do here or whatever, but it looks unfinished to us, and we just want it to look like the rest of the houses.
Okay. Yes, I can see that. Vince, do you have any questions?
I don't, and I guess, and just clarification that the roof would only extend to the edge of the pad, the concrete pad, right? Not beyond.
Yeah, so the plan was that I've submitted to the St. Louis County Planning Department is the columns will be 1 foot inside of the front edge of the concrete pad, which usually your overhang is about 1 foot. So at the very most, you might have your gutter right outside the concrete pad, and then that would allow your downspouts to go right past the concrete. But other than that, I don't think we're going to hang over top of the or over past the pad.
Okay, and that means it definitely wouldn't extend past the garage, correct?
No, not at all.
Okay.
The garage is actually further out than that concrete pad. It's kind of deceiving picture, but it is.
Yep. I have no other questions.
Okay. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
Well, I'm definitely in favor.
Yes.
Abiola, did you see
I
this
do not
message
see
from
any hands.
Remember.
Sorry, did you see this message from Mr. Duckett that he's trying to speak and unable to unmute himself?
To unmute him.
Yeah, I've requested that you unmute himself.
You're gonna mute the petitioner until we're ready. There we go.
Mr. Brian, you are unmuted. You can speak.
Mr. Duckett, are you able to speak?
You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
If you have anything you'd like to add, you can add it to the chat and I can read it out.
Okay. If he doesn't have anything to add, I think that we're ready for the vote.
Noted that he's locked, and please unmute me.
Yeah. just sent him a request if he says that he approves.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So we're ready for the vote then.
We're all
Okay. I can't see any hands at this time, so everybody is muted.
right.
Okay. And I see he noted that he said that he's been approved by the homeowners association.
Okay.
Okay.
In the matter of 44-24, I make a motion to approve the variance based on the hardship of weird configuration of the new home that was further a display home.
I second it. All those in favor? Aye. Then she'll have to vote too.
We said it at the same time, sorry. Aye.
Okay, there's none opposed. The motion passes, and I just wanted to add to that so that they can have appropriate shelter for their front door as well.
Second.
It's approved.
45-24, Caroline Jones, is a request for an exception to the side yard regulation for the purpose of constructing a screened room addition at 12101 Crampe Heights Lane, maintaining a side yard of 3 feet in lieu of 6 feet as required by the R4 Residence District regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. And at this time, I've requested that Caroline unmute herself to explain her case.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm Carolyn Jones, and I'm the owner of the property, 12101 Trampy Heights Lane. And what I would like to have a room built, which would really improve the quality of my life. The sun rises on the east, and that sun is brutal out there until it surrounds the property and get to the west. Then you will have a little bit of shade there. That concrete pad is approximately 14 feet wide, and we want to go down 27 feet long. Now we have the 3 feet for the safety. Then if we take another 3 feet for the audience, and another foot for the pylons to be drilled in and installed, we only have 7 feet left, which is smaller than anybody's bedroom. By the time that you get furniture out there, you even have a smaller place in order to be there to have coffee, listen to the birds, read a book, drink wine, but more so with family gatherings, because I'm the matriarch of my family in the St. Louis area. So I don't only have my immediate family, but I have extended family as well. Now, oh, you see there, my pot soil and everything. With that space, that 7 feet is going to be on the other side toward the siding. The 3 feet, even with 7 feet, the sun is still going to be brutal there. So I cannot maximize that space. And what we would like to do is have it as proposed with the additional 3 feet, have the safety there, and have the screen room, which is going to protect me from the stink bugs and mosquitoes, because right now you can't utilize the space because the sun is so brutal out there all day long.
Mhm.
So that's why I would like to request the variance, because really I'm trying to live my best life for whatever days I may have left.
Mhm.
And God willing, I'll be 83 years old in August.
Wonderful.
So this would really, in my opinion, improve the quality of my life, because I would be able to utilize the space that is unusable right now.
Okay, so that's actually a picture of her whole backyard right there.
Yes, this is my backyard. I have topsoil because I've been doing shrubberies and all that stuff. This picture I had there, but this is in whole area. You can see my fence is 6 feet tall. And even with the additional, with the 7 feet, the sun is still gonna come in. So you're not gonna be comfortable out there. If we have the existing plan, then only along the fence will have sun, if any at all. Because when the sun rises, you have this area by the fence that is shaded. But it's all the other part that is full of sun that is so brutal that you never utilize the space.
Okay.
Is it
To tell you
possible?
the truth, this is the only area where I could really go out in the yard and sit and be comfortable. Because in the back of the house, the yard is not level. It slopes down. That's the, you know, a minor slope, but you wouldn't be comfortable out there. Plus, you got to go down a flight of steps. At this rate, all I've got to do is go out the service door, and I'm into an area where I can enjoy the outdoor space.
Is it possible to go back to the site plan? Does the fence wrap around the front of that area by any chance?
The fence goes up to the edge of the garage. It doesn't come out front. It goes all around the property, on the side and across the front to the edge of the house. So the area is completely enclosed.
Okay, so this serves as just a patio, a true patio. It's not used as a carport or anything like that, or a parking area.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I have a 2-car garage, and in front of this area, what I have done over the years, there used to be, well, I tell you, some years back, I had an RV. And in order to park the RV, it had to be on concrete per county instructions. So as a result of that, I actually have parking space or concrete from the edge of the lawn all the way across to the end of my property line. There used to be grass in between both of these spaces, but now it's totally concrete. And for this area, I have a double gate that is locked from the inside. You can't open it from the outside.
Okay.
So nobody can park there.
Abby and Gretchen, do we know how they are on lot coverage?
Pardon?
Abby on.
That would be for the staff.
Lot coverage doesn't come into play on this property.
Okay.
Okay. So this side room, is this actually on the side of the house then?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, I actually would go out through the garage. There's a service door there that I entered that space.
Yeah.
But is this a corner lot?
Yes, it is.
So it actually has 2 side yards and not a true.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And my neighbor is agreeable with it. We've been neighbors for 22 years. There's about 25 feet or so between our houses. And we even shared the cost of planting a tree in between our houses in order to try to block out some of the sun.
Okay.
But it's a young tree and it hasn't served any purpose thus far.
Right.
I have no further questions.
Okay. Okay. I don't either. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I do not see any hands at this time, so I'm going to put the petitioner on mute.
Okay. Is this 44?
This is 45-24.
Okay, 45-24. I'm going to go ahead and vote to approve the variance as advertised. The neighbor seems to have no problem with it. There's no one in favor or opposition or in opposition to it, so I just vote to approve.
I second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes.
46-24, Matthew Markway, is a request for an exception to the side yard regulations for the purpose of constructing an in-ground swimming pool and spa at 240 Cliff Cave, maintaining a side yard of 7 feet in lieu of 10 feet as required by the R2 Resident District regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. And at this time, I'm going to request for Matthew to unmute himself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Okay.
As you can see, my lot's pretty good size, but it's very narrow. It's very narrow and long. The original house was built in 1943, and if you look on the plan, I'm guessing in the next page, the original house was built at that 7'3" setback and not the 10-foot setback. And 2 years ago, I actually did the existing, it says on the plan, the existing covered porch with the fireplace. I had to apply for a variance to get that to the 7'3" and not the 10-foot. Number one, it's just the odd size of the lot. And number two, just to keep the architectural integrity of the house in line. So when we designed this pool, again, it's narrow, not to mention you have the garage existing there, and then behind it is an easement. So I got kind of a stamp in order to put the pool, and that extra 3 feet is really going to make the pool more useful in a normal size. It's still small, it's still very small, but at least it gives us a little bit more space. Plus, design wise, everything architecturally just flows with it. On top of that, the neighbor to my east, right next door, has the same size lot, and they just got a variance for their pool, but they came to 5 feet, which I'm not doing. I'm going to the historical 7'3" setback. But that's what I have for you.
Okay. Vince, do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions really.
Okay. Okay, I don't either. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
Yeah, I do not see any hands, but we have one. I can see one caller here, Ryan Taylor, for this petition. So if you have something to say, I'm going to request that you unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi there, Ryan Taylor. I'm with Baker Pool Construction. We will be doing the design and build of this project. We're obviously with Mr. Markway on this, and we are for it, obviously. And then to his point, you know, we stretched out to that original 7'3" building line just to kind of keep it in line with the existing line of the house, just to maintain those aesthetics.
Ryan, I do have one question. Is the pool equipment going to extend outside of the setback, or will it be within the building setback itself?
So it will be inside the 10-foot building setback
Okay.
to the south.
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
Okay. I don't have any further questions, so I believe we're ready to make a decision.
Yes. I do not see any answer at this time, and the petitioner is on mute too.
In the case of 46-24, I move that we approve the variance, noting that the hardship is an extremely narrow lot and keeping the sight line of the existing building, which was given a variance previously.
I second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes.
47-24, Josh Madlinga, is a request for an exception to the side yard regulations for the purpose of constructing a room addition at 9943 Lark Avenue, maintaining a side yard of 2 feet in lieu of 6 feet as required by the R5 Residence District Regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. I'm going to request that Josh unmute himself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Josh Madlinger. I am the homeowner at 9943 Lark. I'm looking to just build a single home addition straight off the back of my house. The setback was originally for the house, I guess, was originally 2 foot back, and now was built in 1930, I believe. And I'm looking to build it straight off the back of the house and have the roof line be the same all the way down. That's all I have.
Okay, so basically the addition will just
Yeah,
follow
as you
that.
can see in the drawing, it basically, I'm looking to have it go straight back.
What is the orientation of the house?
It's a L shape.
So, I mean, in line, like I see the existing driveway.
Right.
At this photo, which way is the front of the house?
The front of the house would be where it says 9943 Lark. Do you see that?
Yes.
See 9943.
Kind of off to the right.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
the right side of the screen.
Okay, so the front's on the right. Okay, so
yes, front's on the right side of the screen.
This truly is a side yard then. Just trying to get the orientation together to see if it was facing the other way.
And his house is the one on the left.
Yes. The house is on the left, and I'm just looking to have it go straight back from where it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that the gutters, the roof, water flows, everything.
So you pretty much already have a side yard of
2 foot.
Yeah.
Correct. I don't even go over there because that's my neighbor's driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go back to the site plan one more time? I'm sorry. Still trying to. I don't have any other questions.
Okay. I don't either. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I do not see any hands at this time, so I'm going to put the petitioner on mute.
Okay. In the matter of 47-24, I am going to vote to approve the variance as advertised, the hardship being that the addition is only following the line of the house, which makes sense.
I second that motion.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes.
48-24, Ameren, Missouri, is a request. Let them know we don't have a petitioner or something like that. Debbie's doing that first. Okay. Yeah, we don't have a petitioner for this one. Debbie, are you speaking on behalf?
I was not told about this one, but I know enough about it. I can present it. So go ahead and read it into the record.
Okay. 48-24, Ameren, Missouri, is a request for an exception to the off-street parking and loading regulations for the purpose of providing a chip and seal drive in lieu of a paved drive at 1416 Fifi Road, as required by the R3 Residence District Regulations and Section 1003.165 off-street parking and loading regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance and conditional use permits number 118.
Okay, this is Debbie Nesbitt with St. Louis County Planning. This was a petition you heard at the last meeting. There was some confusion about the driveway to this substation. They would like to chip and seal instead of the previous request of gravel versus a paved concrete or asphalt drive. Just because it's not, I don't think it's used all that much, but they are upgrading the property.
Yes, I do remember this petition because they wanted to waive the chip and seal, but the chip and seal is what is approved by the county, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is considered a dust-proof method.
Mm-hmm.
So Debbie, what is the variance request on this then?
So they are asking to chip and seal instead of paving it with asphalt or concrete.
Okay.
The last meeting they asked for gravel instead of
Right.
concrete or asphalt.
So I thought the request for variance was for the gravel from the last time. So if the chip and seal isn't approved by the county, is there truly a variance needed?
Yeah, it's a compromise between what they requested last time and what's required.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Whose vote is that? Is that my vote or Vince's vote?
It's yours unless you just want me to.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead. It's 48, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 48-24. I vote to approve the variances advertised. We previously discussed this and we have decided that chip and seal is a reasonable request. So I vote to approve the variance.
All right, second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes.
That's all we have for you today.
Okay,
Happy belated Mother's Day to everyone.
thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And of course, I motion to end the meeting, to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes. Thank you all very much and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Okay, bye-bye.
I'll help you. Just let IT know that you need to download WebEx or see if you can do it now.
Okay.
So you can do a stop here for